the things that we love is when our coastal experts come in, but even more so than that, we love when our viewers write in questions for our coastal experts. And today it's all about real estate. Joining me right now is our coastal expert, Teresa Cowart of RE/MAX Accent. Hi, Teresa, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Do I have some questions for you? So let's jump right in.
Here we go.
Okay, so Sam from Richmond Hill says, I see so many houses that are listed as is. Does this mean something is wrong with the home?
No, but that is the question that I get every single time. A lot of times it means that the seller just doesn't want to clean it, fix it, or do anything with it. Or maybe it's, say, an estate, and they're not, this is the way they're selling it. So you're going to buy it this way.
They don't necessarily want to put more money into it.
Right. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong with it. You're still going to do your inspections, you still have due diligence, you still are going to do everything typically the way you would in any other situation. They're just pretty much telling you up front, this is the way it is, and don't expect us to do a whole lot.
So Lisa from Pooler says, if the square footage is wrong on the listing, does that mean it's priced wrong?
Not always, no. When we put things in the MLS, you can get the square footage from different places. You can get it from the seller, you can get it from the tax assessor, you can get it from an old listing from the builder, you can get it from different places, and you have to actually say where you got it from. A lot of times the sellers will do additions, and they may or may not add correctly, and they'll give you that price. When the appraiser comes out, he is going to measure the house exactly. When we do our CMAs, we do use the square footage as a determining factor to determine the price of the home that we're going to list it at. So as long as the home falls into the right price per square foot, give or take a little bit, and the buyer wants the home still and the seller still wants to sell it, then it's the right price.
So Nancy, this is a good one. Nancy of Savannah says, what is a quick claim deed? And should I buy a property with that kind of deed?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a quick claim deed. Yeah, I can quick claim my property to you.
I guess people think automatically when they hear quick, there's something wrong.
Nope, nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with a quick claim deed. So no worries.
Okay, so here we have a question, another Lisa. Lisa from Pooler says, schools are very important to me and my family. Where can I find information on schools in the area before I buy?
Google.
That's true. But you know, a website for everything.
there are Georgia sites where you can actually look at each school, see their test ratings or scores. As realtors, we're not allowed to talk too much about that because it doesn't need to appear like we're trying to encourage you to buy one area versus another. We're supposed to be very non-biased. So we just point you in the right direction as to here are some sites you should check out. I've even gone so far as to say, if you buy this home, this will be the school that your children will go to. Why don't you go visit it?
That's great information.
You know?
What about, okay, I love this question. I know we've talked about this before, but I love the question. Okay, so George from Tybee says, I changed my mind about selling my home. Can I get out of my listing agreement?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my opinion. My personal opinion is that if I have a listing agreement with someone and you decide that you don't want to have it listed with me anymore, or you don't want to have it listed anymore at all, then there should be no issue. Like, we should part ways, and you know, there just should be no further discussion. Like, you should refer all your friends to me because I let you out of the listing agreement, and we should all be happy and move on our merry way. There are other agents who have different opinions. I think you need to read your contract, read your agreement with your agent, because different agents do have different agreements in there. Sometimes they will ask you to reimburse them for costs that they've incurred, professional photography and that kind of thing. So you just need to read your agreement. But I believe in my heart that if you really wanted to get out of it because you just didn't want to sell your home, that most agents in our area would let you out.
Okay, so I have a personal question.
Okay.
Okay, so do most sellers mark up the price of their home to give room to negotiate? I know that I am not alone in asking that question because I bet there are a lot of viewers who wonder that. Do most sellers, mark up the price of their home to give a lot of room to negotiate?
I believe that they do. I believe that as an agent that I myself personally talk to them about the fact that very seldom do you ever get a full price offer with no concessions. So when we price a home, we talk about what the home is worth based on the comparative analysis. So if it's worth this, then it's worth this. Whether or not you price it up or don't. Like, it's worth X amount of dollars. If it's not, you can't price it up. It's not worth it. It doesn't matter how much you want to.
Teresa, a lot of realtors out there, a lot of brokers, and a lot of people are in the process of maybe selling or buying a home, looking for land. What really sets Teresa Cowart and RE/MAX Accent apart from all the rest out there?
We're very authentic. We really want to help. We really want to make a difference. We want people to refer us. We want people to be happy with us. So we work really, really hard on our communication and on our customer service every single day. It's the most important thing to us.
I want to say thank you for joining us. It's great to see you.
It's great to be here again.
So keep those questions coming. If you have questions for any of our coastal experts and you'd like more information on Teresa Cowart and RE/MAX Accent, just go to our Coastal Experts page. You'll find that at WSAV.com.